I am Michelle Buck. I'm the founder of Vitality Room in Wyndham, home of the Harmonic Egg. I came into this business after dealing with some chronic stress and anxiety and depression, and experienced a harmonic egg. And there was no question in my mind just a few weeks later that I needed to bring one to the community. So since then we have the harmonic egg. I play with frequencies to help with healings there. We do some different detox modalities, and the future is going to be pretty massive here, so I'm excited for it. I was in mainstream media, advertising, marketing, sales for 16 years. And the longer you do it, as expected, the better you get at it. The bigger your business, the more money you make, but also the more pressure and stress and anxiety that comes with it. So I started suffering from what a lot of people do in high corporate America. Just started dealing with all of the illnesses. I've tried meditation, yoga, diet, exercise, counseling, medication, the list goes on and on and on. And then I found a harmonic egg, and literally just a 10-minute sample did more for me than what the last year and a half of therapies had done. Being in advertising sales, I saw a grand opening of another wellness center, a new wellness center. Called them up, hey, can I help you with your advertising? And that particular wellness center was bringing in a harmonic egg, and that was the first time I had heard the words. So that conversation, as she was explaining to me what it was, I quickly went from you need to be my client to I need to be your client. And I couldn't wait for her grand opening. I was so excited. I was there. She let me do a 10-minute session, just a 10-minute sample inside of the egg. And again, I call it screech mode, when you're like stress and anxiety and everything is just raging. I was living off of the stress energy, so I couldn't calm down in a 10-minute session. So naturally I was like, oh, well, yeah, that was nice. Geez, I really had higher expectations than that. But what I got was 3 hours later. I had gone shopping, went out to lunch, and I was driving home, and in my car while I was driving, this was 3 hours after that exposure, I felt this wave of energy just crash through me. It's like you're standing in the ocean in a giant wave and it throws your body back. I experienced that in my car. And I pulled my car over. I'm like, oh God, what just happened? And while I was sitting on the side of the road, in an instant, the anxiety went away, the depression went away. I got flooded with joy and compassion. My life literally changed sitting on the side of the road. So after that, I experienced that on the side of the road. I really expected it to just be, I don't know what I would wanted to call it. Maybe it was an adrenaline rush, or the analytical mind started being like, oh, it wasn't really what you thought it was. So I was really paying attention to how I felt after that moment, and a solid 2 weeks went by. And I still had that intense level of joy and compassion. And in that time, I had been able to reach out to people who were sick and even terminally ill, when before I didn't have the space to be able to do that. So when I got to spend time with people on my own thought, didn't feel obligated, didn't feel odd, didn't feel like I was taking on something I couldn't handle, I'm like, wow, I literally am different. So it was 2 weeks after that experience on the side of the road that I just was like, oh, that's enough. I cannot be so selfish as to keep this to myself. I need to share this with everybody and as many people as I can. So it was an immediate decision with zero hesitation. I opened a blank Word document to start my business plan. Within 6 weeks, we were here. The egg was here, and I was practicing on friends and family, and then I opened to the public a month later. There wasn't a hesitation in my mind. When I was having that business meeting with the other wellness center owner, when she introduced me to the harmonic egg over the phone, I heard the words harmonic egg, and I kind of like chuckled in the back of my throat a little bit, because I was like, well, that sounds funny. I don't know what that's all about. And then she started explaining how sound and light and vibration can affect the body, and how it can put you into rest and digest. And when you're there, and the way music interacts with the body and can dance with the cells in your body figures out what it needs to do to repair itself. So she started going through a laundry list of people that she knew of different ailments and issues that they were going through and how it was helping pull them out of that. In my mind, I was like, okay, I'm gonna help this woman with her website. I'm gonna help her with her grand opening. We're gonna do some radio ads. And then I was like, oh my God, this can help me with my depression. It can help me with my anxiety. Before that grand opening, so before I'd even seen the egg, just based on that phone call of her explaining to me in a very short amount of time about the technology, I called my doctor, I called FSA, I called my chiropractor. I'm already trying to figure out how I can rearrange my current health structure to be able to incorporate this into my protocol that I was on. So the magic actually started happening before I even opened to the public, because I knew this was a new venture for me. I knew nothing about energy. I knew nothing about sound, light, healing, alternative modalities, spirituality, like insert here. I didn't have any experience with that, any formal experience. Now in hindsight, I have been in that space my whole life and I'd been naturally doing these things. But now that I've had the training, like everything feels very natural. So I'm also an overthinker, very analytical, and I couldn't imagine opening to the public with this brand new thing that I really didn't know anything about. I was like, oh shoot, how do I do this? So I'm practicing on my friends and family. And the experiences, so this is free sessions, we're goofing off, I'm trying to figure out how all of this works. And the experiences that my friends and family were having and the raw feedback that I was getting from them, there were tears, there were hugs, there was massive healing happening just in the first few weeks before I was even open to the public. I had clients say it would bring them to their happy place. Some of them were being visited by past loved ones. Some of them were moving major emotions that they didn't even realize that they had been holding on to, that immediately was releasing the physical ailments that they had. And I'm watching this happen with my jaw on the floor and going, oh my God, I did do the right thing. This is gonna heal the community. And it has just been a blessing. Every day something blows my mind. It's amazing. The education that I was doing, the content that I was consuming, and the support that I had from the Harmonic Egg family really set me up in a position to be able to truly help people and offer them suggestions of where they can get more information. And I found myself doing way more than just facilitating the egg. I was helping people with their lifestyle habits and their lifestyle changes, and giving, one person over here some stress management tips and another person over here a health tip with their food or their exercise. And it really has become a complete holistic process where the egg is a tool within that process. And what surprised me the most, a couple of things. One, how easy and effortless these conversations were, and how I was able to pull out these resources. I felt so aligned. And then to watch almost immediately people start to reverse what they were dealing with, start to do some of the things that I was recommending, and they come into the egg and it's like they're leveling up. Every day there's another example, like, of something someone has dealt with chronically their whole life and they just don't have to deal with it anymore. Well, it depends on where they're coming from, right? If it's someone who, let's say you're just someone who has arthritis and you take medications for it and it's not working and you're not open to the energy modalities, so to say. Maybe you've never done acupuncture or massage or chiropractic because you're like, I don't know, I'll just do what my doctor says. At worst case scenario, you're coming in and doing something that's non-invasive. It cannot hurt you. It's very unique. Where else do you find? There are only 2 in the state of Maine. There are about 200 around the entire world. So where else are you going to have an experience like this? And if nothing else, you'll either have the best nap of your life, or you'll just feel the most relaxation you've ever experienced before. Now, if I take that to the other spectrum, I don't know how much of this you want to use. So if we bring this to the other side, the other spectrum of that, somebody who is open to energy modalities, open to the holistic community, we can go a lot deeper in explaining what it is and how it works. It's made with sacred geometry. It uses Nikola Tesla's 369 mathematics, the golden ratio. It's got the, it uses the research of Albert Einstein and Edgar Cayce and all of the other greats that have been able to sort of explain the metaphysical and the energy healing and the spiritual world to us in a way that's helpful to the human body. So we take the sacred geometry of its structure, the way it is literally designed in itself is a healing pod. Unplug it, turn the lights off, turn the music off, no EMF. It is resonating at 1230 hertz. You sit back inside of it and you just put your arms out and feel the vibration of the structure itself. So then we turn on the music, we put in the lights. Music has energy waves. Instruments have tones that your body responds differently to. Different instruments will affect different parts of your body and your mind and play with your energy field. You turn on different colored lights, they have different wavelengths, and that's different energy that's pumping in. So you take that sacred geometrical pod and you're closed in. It's large. There's no claustrophobia scenarios in here, but you're surrounded 360 degrees of resonant panels that are already vibrating, and it's moving the energy from that music and that light around you. You can't help but feel like you're floating. If you've been hesitant from a massage because someone has to physically touch you, if you're hesitant to one of those float devices because you don't want to take your clothes off, or you don't want to get into the water, you don't want to get wet, or you're hesitant to acupuncture because you don't want needles in your body, this is a modality that allows you to experience the effects of all of those different modalities, but you don't take your clothes off, you're not getting wet, no one's sticking needles inside of you. At worst case scenario, you're going to just have the opportunity to relax. Yeah, you'll have to be without your cell phone for 50 minutes, but for some people, that is the part that they love the most. You get to disconnect, you get to be with yourself. If that's uncomfortable for you, then you need it more than ever. If that sounds amazing to you because you have 14 kids running around you, then this is a place where you can totally unplug and just unwind, and you don't have to worry about the rest. If you think about the other modalities, like if you're getting massage and they're working on a certain layer of your tissues, if you work with an acupuncturist, they're working with the individual meridians within your body. If you work with a spiritual healer, they're working with your energy field as a whole. This is an opportunity for you to be able to get all of those modalities wrapped into one, because it's going to penetrate every facet of your being. You get a complete energetic upgrade every single time that you go in it. And we start with an autonomic nervous system reset. Removes fight or flight, stress goes down, anxiety goes down, you go into rest and digest. Most clients just feel like they get the best night's sleep they've ever had. They have vivid dreams and they get confused about it because they haven't slept deep enough to be able to remember those dreams that they have, or haven't been dreaming at all. So this is an opportunity for you to literally upgrade your entire being inside and out. And then your body takes over from there and you get to heal from there. So if you've been working with multiple providers, or your doctor's been sending you down this rabbit hole and you've tried all sorts of things that just aren't helping you, and you're just feeling stuck, you're feeling stressed out, you're feeling pained, and you feel like you just have those low vibrations, go to vitality-room.com, schedule a first-time session, and we'll sit down and we will talk through what you have going on, and you'll know exactly what to expect before you get into the harmonic egg. You won't regret it. It's non-invasive. There are no side effects. Worst case scenario, you get a good night's sleep and you detox a little bit. We'll help you out. So schedule your first session. We'll sit in the lounge. We'll share a cup of tea. We'll talk it all through, and I look forward to meeting you.